All right, good afternoon, good morning, everybody, wherever you are in this country of ours. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. birthday day and happy inauguration day as I'm off today. So what we're going to do is I had 3 games planned, but we're going to do 2 baseball games today, and then we'll have NFL later on tonight. First of all, we've got game number 1 of the National League Division Series between the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. This game will be played out in Phoenix, Arizona. And then the second game of our doubleheader will be game 2 of the Padres and the Marlins in Miami. We did game 1 of the Padres and Marlins the other day. San Diego won that game 4-2. The Padres have a 1-0 lead in that series. Next up will be the Dodgers game 1 with the Diamondbacks. We'll get to the American League side of the bracket later on in the week. But today it'll be a National League doubleheader. The National League Division Series Game 1 between the Dodgers and Diamondbacks and Game 2 between the Marlins and the Padres. We will have NFL football for you later on this evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And a decision has been made. Madden 25, good game. But we're going back to 19. And I'll give you the reasons why later on this evening, as we have the Rams and the Saints. All right, let's head out to Phoenix, Arizona for this one. It'll be the Dodgers and Diamondbacks, Game 1 of the National League Division Series here at Jammin' Sports. Your lineups for today's game. Jammin' Sports presents Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks, live from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome into Phoenix, Arizona, Chase Field. Andy Cooper will be the starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks here in Game 1. Diamondbacks won the National League West. The Dodgers are the wild card. Zach Wheat will lead things off for the Dodgers. He's the DH here today in Game 1, facing Cooper. In Game 1 of the NLDS, the best of 5 is now underway. That's a ball. It's outside 1-0. The Dodgers are the defending National League champions, trying to get back to the World Series. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 to Wheat. Great to have you along on this MLK Day. A bunt laid down, and that may be a base hit. The catcher for the Diamondbacks, Radcliffe, throws to first in time, barely. Great play by Ted Radcliffe. One down for the Dodgers. Here in the top of the first, Misty says hi. Steve Garvey comes up next. He's the first baseman for the Dodgers. One out, bases empty. Facing Steve or Andy Cooper. Up high, 1-0. Great to have you along on this Monday afternoon, morning, wherever you are. Still morning here in Nashville. It is brutally cold here today. And he took a big swing, and it's a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Garvey. Got down to 7 degrees overnight here in Nashville. It's a strike. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2 to Garvey. One out, bases empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. And now the 2-2. Struck him out looking for out number 2. Garvey didn't like that call. Let's watch it again. Oh, I think Garvey has a good argument. That was on the outside corner. Roy Campanella up next for the Dodgers. He's the third baseman.
Ball 1, no strike.
Pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. He's either the third baseman or the shortstop. I believe he's third base today. If he's third base, then Seager is the shortstop. Inside, 2-0. And now the 2-0. Ripped down the third base line. And the count goes to 2-1 to Roy Campanella. Two-one pitch.
No.
Inside, 3-1. Text Evil Dead, let him know more. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. Campanella at the plate. Pitch by Cooper. Ripped it down the third base line, foul. Diamondbacks, they get that rattlesnake rattle sound. That's pretty cool. And now the 3-2 pitch. Right up the guts. Going to be a base hit for Campanella. A 2-out single here in the top of the first. So Campanella gets aboard.
Batting fourth, the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
And now the second baseman, Jackie Robinson, will come up. With 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the first inning. Robinson comes to the plate.
Nope.
Inside, 1-0. Game 1 of the NLDS. It's a best-of-5 series. The 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first. That's Campanella. He might steal. He's a fast base runner. One pitch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Outside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike now to Jackie Robinson. Two-one pitch. There goes the runner. Campanella safe at second base. And now the Dodgers with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Campanella, always a threat to steal. Got a great jump. He's in there safe. The count's at 2-2 now to Robinson. Let's see if he can get a base hit and score Campanella. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. They must do that rattle sound following a foul ball. 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2 to Robinson. Full count. Pitch by Cooper. Fouls it off. Robinson stays live at the plate with a 3-2 count. And now the 3-2 pitch. Robinson fouls it off down the third base line, stays alive. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ball 4. Keeps the top of the first going. All this happening with 2 outs. And now Cody Bellinger comes up, the left fielder. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Bellinger rips one down the line, foul. The count goes to 0-1. Campanella at second, Robinson at first. The 0-1 pitch, outside, 1-1. One pitch by Cooper. Inside, 2-1. Two outs, runners at first and second for the Dodgers. Two-one pitch. Down the right field line, but hooking, foul. And the count's at 2-2 to Cody Bellinger. He's the left fielder today for the Dodgers. 2-2 pitch. Full count, 3-2. It's inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and second. And now the 3-2 pitch by Cooper. Runners are going. Cooper, high fly ball out to center field. And Bell makes the play in center field. Cool Papa Bell. At the end of a half inning, no score here in Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammis Sports. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Preacher Rowe is the starting pitcher for the LA Dodgers. I've been doing too much football. Yeah, I should have done football first. Preacher Rowe. We're at Chase Field in Arizona. And now Jim Gilliam will be taking over at third base. I think Campanella injured himself. So Gilliam is now at third. Ray Dandridge, the third baseman, will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. And now the 1-1. Ripped down the line, right to Gilliam. He'll throw to first for the out. As Dandridge grounds out to third, 1 down. Next up will be Judy Johnson. I believe he pronounces that Juddy Johnson, the second baseman. Not Judy, that's a girl's name. Juddy Johnson. 1 out, bases empty for the Diamondbacks. The pitch by Rowe. Ripped foul down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1. There's a large amount of foul territory here at Chase Field in Phoenix. Here's the 0-1.
Oh, that's just out.
Outside, 1-1. Juddy Johnson at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. Ripped base hit into center field. Snyder will track it down, throw it in. It's a 1-out single for Johnson.
Batting third, the right fielder, Louis.
And now Louis Gonzalez, the right fielder, will come up. Pops that up. The catcher, Will Smith, drifts under it and makes the play for out number 2. Gonzalez pops out to the catcher on his first pitch. 2 down for the Diamondbacks, and John Donaldson will come up next. He's the DH for Arizona. Facing Preacher Rowe. Pitch by Rowe.
Ball.
It's a ball.
Count 1-0.
And the count goes to 1-0. Next pitch, he fouls it off. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner on first.
Ball.
Outside, 2-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Rowe trying to retire the side. The count's at 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Out into left field. And Bellinger makes the play for the final out. At the end of 1 complete, no score with the Dodgers and Diamondbacks. Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Chase Field, Phoenix, Arizona. Duke Snider will lead things off for the Dodgers here in the top of the 2nd inning. No score. Andy Cooper is still on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1.
It's outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0.
No strike.
Snider, the center fielder for the Dodgers. And now the 2-0 pitch. High in the air, out to left field. Marte going back. And Marte makes the play. Ketel Marte. 1 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 2nd. Will Smith, the catcher, comes up next for LA. One out, bases empty. Down low, count goes to 1-0. We're in the top of the 2nd inning, no score. NLDS Game 1. Dodgers Diamondbacks here at Jammin' Sports on this MLK Day. Big swing and a miss, 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
They have a nice stadium here in Phoenix, Chase Field. It's a rather unique stadium. It's rectangular when you look at it from outside. Looks like an aircraft hangar.
2-1.
Inside, 2-1 to Smith. But somehow they get the stadium in there. Counts 2-1 to Will Smith.
Ball
Down low, 3-1 to Smith. The other National League Division Series, the Padres lead the Marlins 1-0. We'll have Game 2 of that after this. Swing and a miss. Full count now to Smith at 3-2. 1 out, bases empty. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. 2 down for the Dodgers. He went down swinging. Next up for the Dodgers, Pedro Guerrero. He's the right fielder today. Here's the pitch by Cooper. In there for a strike. It was low at the knees in the strike zone. Count goes to 0-1. Games 1 and 2 here in Arizona. 3 and 4 back in LA. 5 if necessary right here. Here's the 0-1.
Ball, that's out.
Outside. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now the 1-1 pitch. Popped up in the air. Out to right field. Gonzalez gets under it and makes the play for the final out. At the end of 1.5, no score. Dodgers Diamondbacks, Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Mule Suttles.
Number 44.
He's the first baseman. He'll lead things off for the Diamondbacks. Preacher Rowe still on the mound. Here's the pitch by Rowe. Ripped foul down the line. Mule Suttles, you got to like that name. The first baseman for Arizona. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, that'll even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. And now the 2-2. Fouls it off down the line. Count remains at 2-2. Are you watching this on your phone? Okay, I was just wondering. I don't know. Fouled off. I got both laptops on, but I'm only showing one viewer. I should have 2. Two-two pitch. Ripped down the line. What? Count remains at 2-2 to Suttles. The pitch by Rowe. Pops it up. Who's going to get it? Garvey comes over from first and says, I'll take it. 1 down. As Suttles pops out to first, 1 down for the Diamondbacks.
Number 2.
Next up, the catcher, Ted Radcliffe, will come up for Arizona. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, no score. The pitch by Rowe. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. 1-1 pitch. A ground ball. Garvey fields it, but it's foul. And the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 pitch by Rowe. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 2nd.
Batting 7. Not shortstop.
Radcliffe took a big swing. Chased a bad pitch. That would have been a ball probably. 2 down for Arizona here in the bottom of the 2nd. Pop Lloyd comes up next. He's the shortstop. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch.
Ball inside.
Inside. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's too high.
Up high, 2-1. Yep. He got sworn in at noon Eastern. That's 11 our time. 22 minutes ago. Count goes to 2-2 to Lloyd. Not only is it MLK Day, it's Inauguration Day. Congratulations to President Trump, our new president, our 44th president of the United States. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 3. And that's will retire the side at the end of 2 complete. No score here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 3rd. Corey Seager.
The shortstop. Corey.
He's the shortstop. He'll lead things off for the Dodgers here in the top of the 3rd. No score. Facing Andy Cooper, who's still on the mound for Arizona.
Ball 1.
Up high. It's a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 to Seager. One-two pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down for the Dodgers. 3rd strikeout for Cooper here this afternoon. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. No score. Here live from Chase Field, Phoenix, Arizona. Game 1 of the NLDS. The pitch by Cooper.
Ball.
Down low. Count goes to 1-0. Zach Wheat's at the plate for the Dodgers. He's the DH today. In there for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. Wheat at the plate. A 1-1. Outside, 2-1. 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the third. The 2-1 pitch by Cooper. A bunt is laid down, and that's foul. It rolls foul. That'll even the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2, full count to Wheat. Three-two pitch. Pops it up. Bell in center field gets under it and makes the play. Cool Papa Bell, the center fielder.
The first baseman, number 7.
2 down for the Dodgers, and first baseman Steve Garvey will come up. He struck out the last time he came up. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the third, facing Andy Cooper. Down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low again, 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Game 1 of the best of 5. 2-0 pitch. A ground ball to short. Lloyd picks it up, throws to first for the out. That'll do it at the end of 2.5. No score here in NLDS Game 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Cool Papa Bell, the center fielder, will lead things off for Arizona. Preacher Rowe on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. MLB on MLK here at Jammin' Sports. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Count quickly, 0-2. We're at Chase Field in Phoenix. Game 1 of the NLDS. 0-2 pitch to Bell. Bell rips it into right center field. Off the wall. Extra bases. Snyder tracks it down. Throws it in, and it's a leadoff double for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the third. I love his name, Cool Papa Bell. Maybe Evil Dead can give us some research on him. Yep, we're in Arizona, Davis. Game 1 of the NLDS. Yep, we're downtown. We're in your neck of the woods. And now Ketel Marte. Misty says hi. Marte, the left fielder, he's up next for the Diamondbacks. No score here in the bottom of the third. Bell at second base, nobody out. Here's the pitch by Rowe. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Davis says hi, Misty. The pitch by Rowe. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Ketel Marte. He's the left fielder. Here's the pitch. He swung at a bad pitch. They'll throw down to first for the out. But the runner's going to advance to third. It's a wild pitch that'll advance the runner. It's a strikeout as well. And now Cool Papa Bell. Thank you there, Evil Dead. Moves down to third. I just love his name. Cool Papa Bell. You got to love that name. We've got game 2 of the Marlins and Padres after this. This is game 1 of the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Ray Dandridge up next. And Dandridge is the third baseman for the Diamondbacks. Count goes to 1-0. Preacher Rowe on the mound. In there for a strike. Evil Dead, what can you tell us about Preacher Rowe on the left there? The Dodger pitcher. I don't recognize that name. But I love Cool Papa Bell. I love that name. Here's the 1-1. Inside, 2-1. And Cool Papa Bell is at third base. Hoping that Dandridge can hit him in. 1 out, runner on third. The pitch by Rowe.
That's ball 3.
Just missed the strike zone. Count goes to 3-1. Oh, yeah. 38-54. Preacher Rowe. Okay, thank you, Evil Dan. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. And now the Diamondbacks have runners at first and third with just one out here in the bottom of the third. He must have been one of the Negro League players. They've got the Negro League players sprinkled in here in all the rosters. I just love his name. And now Juddy Johnson. I believe it's Juddy, not Judy. Down low, the count goes to 1-0. And Johnson's the second baseman. You can tell us about Johnson there, Evil Dead. Pops it up. Guerrero in right goes back. Bell's going to tag up. And he's going to score from third. And the Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. A sac fly by Johnson. And now Luis Gonzalez will come up with 2 outs and a runner on first. Gonzalez, the right fielder. The pitch by Rowe, outside, pitch out. Yes, we have game 2 of the Marlins and the Padres up next. We'll be in Miami for that. For that one. And then later on we have NFL, Rams, and Saints. Here's the 1-0. Fouled it off. Count goes to 1-1. They throw back to first. Dandridge back in time. Meanwhile, the count to Gonzalez is 1-1. All right. Thank you, Evil Dead.
2 balls, 1 strike.
So Johnson played in the Negro Leagues. 23-36. A lot of those Negro League players are really good. It's cool to have them in this game. And now the 2-1. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. I think it's Juddy. I was looking it up earlier. I was looking at the pronunciation. I think it's Juddy. Count goes to 2-2 to Gonzalez. 2-2 pitch. Down the line. Foul ball. Count goes to 2-2. You know how names are. I can make my name GYM if I want to. Inside 3-2. You can spell your name however you want. Full count to Gonzalez. 3-2 pitch.
Nope, that's ball 4.
Ball 4. And the inning continues as the Diamondbacks now have runners at first and second. Well, maybe he wanted to be different. John Donaldson comes up next, the DH for the Diamondbacks. Still 2 outs, now runners at first and second. Arizona with a 1-0 lead. Dandridge at second base there. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. I'm just going to pronounce it Juddy. I'm not comfortable calling a man Judy. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second. The Diamondbacks already have 1 run this inning. The 1-1. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count goes to 1-2. It's like a boy named Sue. Good old Johnny Cash. Here's the 1-2. Swung at an inside pitch and struck him out. That'll end the inning. But the Diamondbacks lead at 1-0 after 3. National League Division Series Game 1 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Chase Field in Arizona. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Jim Gillum, who's filling in for Campanella. Campanella got injured in the first inning. Gillum now playing third. Hits one out to center field. Cool Papa Bell. Cool as the other side of the pillow makes the catch. And Gillum flies out to center for out number one. Yeah, Roy Campanella got injured in the first inning, and Gillum now is playing third. Second baseman Jackie Robinson comes up with one out, bases empty, facing Andy Cooper. In their first strike, 0-1. Evil Dead, what can you tell us about Andy Cooper? Fouls it off. Robinson, the count goes to 0-2. Diamondbacks pitcher. 0-2 pitch. Popped it up. Out of play. Count remains at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside. 1-2. One out. Bases empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the fourth. They trail 1-0. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. 1-2 pitch to Robinson. Outside, 2-2. Can I get a follow? That's funny. All right, that's cute. I like that. That's cute. Counts at 2-2 to Robinson. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball down the line, fair. Into left field, tracking it down is Marte. It'll be a single for Robinson. A 1-out single here in the top of the fourth. Next up for the Dodgers is Cody Bellinger, the left fielder. 1 out, Robinson at first. There he goes to second, and he's safe. Robinson with a stolen base. And now the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Bellinger at the plate. Counts at 1-0. The pitch outside, 2-0.
2-0.
Robinson takes a lead there at second base. 2-0 pitch.
Nope.
Up high, 3-0. Roof is open here in Phoenix today. Looks like it's kind of cloudy. .30 pitch. Up high, ball 4. And now the Dodgers have runners at first and second with just 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And now the center fielder, Duke Snider, comes up. MLB on MLK Day. Great to have you along here at Jammin' Sports. Snider at the plate. Rips one foul. And it's out of play down the third base line. Count goes to 0-1. Diamondbacks are the number 1 seed in the National League. NL West champions. The Dodgers are a wild card. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second. The 1-1 pitch. Snider rips one out to left field. Going back on the warning track. Making the play is Marte. And the runners will hold. Ketel Marte making the play in left. 2 down for the Dodgers. And now Will Smith, the catcher, comes up. They need a base hit here to score a run. The pitch inside, 1-0. It is a cold day here in Nashville today. It got down to 7 overnight. It is really cold outside. Here's the 1-0 in their first strike, 1-1. What's the temperature now, Misty, outside? Do you know? 17 outside right now. And it's 11:37 a.m. here in Nashville. Here's the 1-1. A broken bat down the first base line. And he tags him. Suttles tags him out. And that'll end the inning. The Dodgers threaten but don't score. It remains 1-0 Diamondbacks here in Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Mule Suttles, the first baseman. Maybe Evil Dead can tell me about Mule. There's a name, Mule Suttles. Facing Preacher Rowe. And that's down the third base line at foul. Count goes to 0-1. Preacher Rowe still on the mound. Here's the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
That's outside. Count goes to 1-1. 1-0 Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the fourth. Big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2. He took a big cut. 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. Guerrero comes in at right and makes the play for out number 1. Pedro Guerrero. Suttles flies out to right. 1 down for the Diamondbacks. The catcher now, Ted Radcliffe, comes up. 1 out, bases empty. Facing Rowe. The pitch up high, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Inside, 2-0. 1 out, bases empty. And now the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. Two-one pitch. 3-1. Thank you, Evil Dead. I got Evil Dead working overtime today. 3-1 pitch to Radcliffe. High in the air, out to right center field. Guerrero going back, but that's out of here. A home run. A solo shot by the catcher, Ted Radcliffe. And the Diamondbacks take a 2-0 lead. I think that one almost landed in the pool out there in right center field. There's a swimming pool out there. Let's take another look at this one and where it landed. Did it hit the pool? Nope, just missed the pool. 2-0 Arizona, and now Pop Lloyd. Here's another one. The shortstop. In there for a strike, 0-1. What can Evil Dead tell us about Pop Lloyd? Tell you what, the Diamondbacks have a lot of Negro League players on their roster. Here's the 0-1. Up high, 1-1. They got cool names, though, like Pop Lloyd, Preacher Rowe. Those are like baseball names. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Cool Papa Bell in center field. That's my new favorite name. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2 to Pop Lloyd. Thank you, Evil Dead. A 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Evil Dead, our Director of Information and Pronunciation. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And now, my new favorite player of all time, Cool Papa Bell, the center fielder. I just love that name. And Preacher Rowe is a pretty good name, too. Bell fouls it off down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1. With a name like Cool Papa Bell, you knew he had to be a cool cat back in the day. Here's the 0-1. Bell fouls it off down the third base line. Count goes to 0-2. Bell, the center fielder for the Diamondbacks. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Misty's watching the inauguration. Carrie Underwood singing "Oh Beautiful" for Spacious Skies. Struck him out. And that'll end the inning. At the end of 4, Radcliffe for the Diamondbacks hits a solo shot, and Arizona takes a 2-0 lead. Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the 5th inning here at Chase Field in Arizona. NLDS Game 1, Pedro Guerrero will lead things off for the Dodgers, trailing 2-0. Guerrero, the right fielder. Andy Cooper on the mound. The pitch by Cooper. Down low, count goes to 1-0. Diamondbacks trying to take a 1-0 lead in the series. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. In their first strike, 2-1 to Guerrero. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead, Sports Davis here on this MLK Day. Great to have you along. And now the 2-1.
That's ball 3.
Ball 3, it's up high.
3 balls.
Count goes to 3-1 to Guerrero. And now the 3-1 pitch. Inside. He walked him. A leadoff walk for the Dodgers. Thank you, Evil Dead. Evil Dead earning his money today. Appreciate it, Evil Dead. Corey Seager, the shortstop, up next for the Dodgers. Nobody out, runner on first. Dodgers trying to get back in it.
Yep, that ball
Outside, 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. Counts 1-0 to Seager. And now the 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on first. Guerrero at first base. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. I'm surprised Guerrero hasn't stolen yet or tried to. And now the 1-2 pitch.
Ball 2.
Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. And now the 2-2 pitch to Seager.
3 and
Outside, 3-2. Full count. Is he going to walk 2 in a row? 3-2 pitch. Ripped into center field, and Bell makes the play. Cool Papa Bell making the out. 1 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 5th. And now the DH, Zach Wheat, will come up. 1 out, runner on first. Guerrero still at first base. Wheat will step in, facing Andy Cooper. They throw to first. Guerrero back in time. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but Misty's watching the inauguration. And now the pitch by Cooper. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Zach Wheat.
0-2 is the count.
Guerrero still at first. I'm surprised he hasn't stolen. And now the 0-2 pitch. A ground ball. They're going to turn 2. Yes, they did. That'll end the inning. Starting the double play, Mule Suttles. And the Dodgers threaten but don't score. It remains 2-0 Arizona here in Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. Could be, Evil Dead. Could be. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Ketel Marte. I think Marte is a current player. Preacher Rowe on the mound. And Marte down the line. Foul ball, strike 1. Oh, he's not? Okay. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down the line again. Strike 2. All right, Evil Dead, tell us about Ketel Marte. Diamondbacks lead it 2-0. Oh, he's current? Okay, thank you. A ground ball to Robinson at second. He'll throw to first for the out. So Marte grounds out to second. One down for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the fifth. They lead it 2-0 here in game 1. Ray Dandridge, the catcher, comes up. One out for the Diamondbacks. Bases empty here in the bottom of the fifth. Pitch by Rowe. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. National League Division Series, Game 1. Diamondbacks lead it 2-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 2. 2 down for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the fifth.
Number 7.
Thank you, Evil Dead. Jody Johnson comes up next. 2 down, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, count goes to 1-1 to Johnson. And now the 1-1 pitch. Down the line, Gillum at third. Nice play. Throws to first for the out. It's a 1-2-3 inning at the end of 5 complete. Diamondbacks lead it 2-0. Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th. First baseman Steve Garvey will lead things off for the Dodgers, facing Andy Cooper. In there for a strike, 0-1. Cooper looks in. And now the 0-1. Garvey fouls it off, and quickly the count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Garvey out into right center field, going back, and making the play is Gonzalez in right field, Luis Gonzalez. 1 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th. And now Jim Gillum filling in for Campanella, who got injured back in the first. Gillum, the third baseman, comes up with 1 out. Bases empty. He fouls it off. Strike 1. What can you tell us about Jim Gillum, or Gilliam, there, Evil Dead? And now the 0-1. Gilliam, straight ahead, center field. See ya. And the Dodgers get back in it. What a shot by Jim Gilliam. He got all of that one. Wow, what a monster shot to center field. And the Dodgers get back in it. Thank you, Evil Dead. 46-66. And it's now 2-1 Diamondbacks. Straight ahead center field. Deepest part of the park. And it's off the wall. Here at Chase Field. And Cooper knew it. And now it's 2-1. Diamondbacks still up here at the top of the 6th. Jackie Robinson comes up. In there for a strike, 0-1. Robinson, the second baseman. Two-1 Diamondbacks. 1 out, base is empty. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-1. Jim Gilliam wasn't even expected to play today, and he hits a monster shot. Robinson takes a big swing. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Robinson fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, base is empty. 1-2 pitch. A ground ball to first. Suttles, hands off to Cooper, makes the play for the out. Two down for the Dodgers here on the top of the sixth. They still trail 2-1. And now the left fielder, Cody Bellinger, will come up. Facing Andy Cooper. The pitch.
Ball left field.
Down low, ball one. Count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch. Up high, but in the strike zone. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Popped it up. Out into left field. Marte makes the play for the out. At the end of 5.5, Jim Gilliam, a monster shot to center field, but the Diamondbacks still lead at 2-1 here in NLDS Game 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Luis Gonzalez, the right fielder, will lead things off for Arizona. Preacher Rose still on the mound for the Dodgers. The pitch by Rowe, it's fouled off. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 0-2. Game 1 of the NLDS. It's a tight contest, 2-1 Arizona. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2 to Luis Gonzalez, the right fielder for the Diamondbacks. 0-2 pitch.
One ball.
Inside, 1-2. Good crowd on this MLK Day. Appreciate the support here at Jammin' Sports. Fouls it off again. Count remains at 1-2. We've got Game 2 of the Marlins and the Padres up next. 1-2 pitch.
That's ball two.
Down low. 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Ripped into center field. A base hit for Gonzalez. Snyder will track it down and throw it in. So a leadoff single for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the sixth. Chase Field in Phoenix is where we are. And now the DH, John Donaldson, will come up. Nobody out, runner on first. A chance for the D-backs to get some more runs. The pitch by Rowe to Donaldson. There goes the runner, and he's safe. Gonzalez with a stolen base for Arizona. And now the Diamondbacks have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Counts 0-1 to Donaldson. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-1. Broxton and Martinez warming up in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Counts 1-1 to Donaldson. 1-1 pitch. A ground ball to the shortstop, Seager, who makes the play. It'll be a sacrifice. No, it won't. It will not be a sacrifice. Gonzalez stays at second base. I thought he moved down to third. One out for the Diamondbacks with a runner on second. And now the first baseman, Mule Suttles, comes up. Gonzalez taking the lead there at second. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, out to Snyder in center field. Snyder on the warning track makes the play for the out. And Gonzalez stays at second base. Snyder threw that in quickly. Two down for the Diamondbacks. And next up, the catcher, Ted Radcliffe. The last time he came up, he hit a solo shot home run. Two outs, runner on second. Gonzalez at second base. The pitch by Rowe. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And now the 0-1 pitch. Right up the middle, a base hit. Gonzalez will come around and score. An RBI single for Radcliffe. And the Diamondbacks take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Right up the middle. And now Pop Lloyd will come up. He's the shortstop. They throw to first. Radcliffe back in time. So the Diamondbacks are back up by 2 now, 3-1. Lloyd comes up. Outside, a pitch out. Radcliffe stays at first. And the count goes to 1-0. Pop Lloyd, the shortstop for the Diamondbacks. The 1-0 pitch. Just off the strike zone. Count goes to 2-0. Two-0 pitch. In their first strike, 2-1. Preacher Rowe is now pitched 100 pitches. The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first. 3-1 pitch. In their first strike, 3-2. Full count now to Lloyd. 3-2 pitch. Lloyd pops it up. Snyder in center will get under it for the final out. However, the Diamondbacks, they do score a run on Ted Radcliffe's RBI single. And Arizona leads it 3-1. NLDS Game 1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 7th. Center fielder Duke Snyder comes up for the Dodgers. Cooper is still on the mound in their first strike, 0-1. Valverde and Kim warming up in the bullpen for the Diamondbacks. Counts 0-1 to Snyder. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and miss, 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And now the 0-2 pitch. Inside, just a bit inside. 1-2. Bob Uecker, we're going to miss him. And now the 1-2.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball
Off the plate, count goes to 2-2 to Snyder. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They'll throw down to first since he dropped the ball.
Got him.
As Snyder strikes out. 1 out for the Dodgers now here in the top of the 7th. Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. Diamondbacks lead at 3-1 over the Dodgers. Will Smith, the catcher, comes up. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. MLB on MLK Day here at Jammin' Sports. The 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Great to have you along on this Monday afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss, 1-2.
1 ball.
It's just past noon here in Nashville, 1 o'clock in the east. Still 10 in the morning out in the West Coast. Here's the 1-2.
That's a ball.
Up high, 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. Chase Field in Phoenix is where we are. Right fielder Pedro Guerrero comes up, facing Andy Cooper. The pitch by Cooper up high, 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th. The 1-0 pitch. Guerrero to third base, making the play. Dandridge for the out. At the end of 6.5, Diamondbacks lead it 3-1 here in Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Broxton will come on for the Dodgers.
Leading up for the Diamondbacks,
My favorite player of all time, Cool Papa Bell, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Diamondbacks. Here's the pitch by Broxton. Bell rips it foul down the line. The count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch.
1-1.
1-1. It's in the dirt. And now the 1-1 pitch. Right up the gut, a base hit for Bell. A leadoff single for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 7th.
now batting, left fielder.
And now the left fielder, Ketel Marte, will come up. They throw to first, Bell back in time. Broxton on the mound. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Crowd didn't like that one. It looked outside to me. The count's 0-1 to Marte. Now the pitch by Broxton. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on first. That's Bell at first for the Diamondbacks. The pitch. There goes Bell. He's safe. The pitch was a strike. The count goes to 1-2. But Cool Papa Bell is now at second base. The count's 1-2 to Marte. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Misty brought me a Coke. Thank you, Misty. That was nice of you. Struck him out. Grace is here. Say hi.
Hi.
Number 5.
There you go. Our view from umpire camp. And now 1 out, runner on second, Bell at second. Ray Dandridge, the third baseman, comes up. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
We're all home today on MLK Day, as it's freezing cold outside. 17 degrees. Bright sunny skies, but 17. A base hit into left field. That's going to score Bell from second. An RBI double for Ray Dandridge. And the Diamondbacks take a 4-1 lead. Well hit into left field. The Diamondbacks take a commanding 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Juddy Johnson comes up. He rips it out to right. Guerrero getting under it and makes the play for out number 2. They quickly throw it in, but it's going to be a sacrifice as Dandridge makes it all the way to third. Luis Gonzalez will come up next. He's the right fielder. 2 outs, runner on third.
Ball 1.
Ball 1, count goes to 1-0. What's the temperature there, Evil Dead, where you are? Gonzalez out to right field. See ya. A 2-run blast. And the Diamondbacks go up 6-1. Luis Gonzalez hits one a ton out to right field. Six to 1 Diamondbacks here in game 1. 22 degrees there. All right. It's 17 here. I know it's not a contest, but it's cold. You step outside, you're like, Ramon Martinez will come in now to pitch for the Dodgers. Now that they're down by 5, 6-1. Broxton's done. The pitch by Martinez to John Donaldson. Donaldson's the DH for the Diamondbacks. Arizona leads 6-1. 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch by Martinez. Big swing and a miss. And the count goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. Oh, that hit him. It hit him in the ankle. So that'll be a walk as he's hit by a pitch. So 2 outs, runner on first, and Mule Suttles, the first baseman, comes up. Suttles right to Garvey at first. He'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. At the end of 7, Luis Gonzalez, a 2-run shot, and it gives the Diamondbacks a 6-1 lead here in Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. New pitcher. Oh boy, how do you pronounce that? The last name is Kim.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 49.
Thank you, Evil Dead. Even the PA announcer doesn't even pronounce the name. He just says number 39. Kim's on the mound. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It's a Korean name. Corey Seager, the shortstop. First pitch. Bung hug. Okay. I don't know if you're joking or not. Manti warming up in the bullpen. And the 1-0 pitch by Kim.
Ball, that's outside.
I recognize it as a Korean name. Counts 2-0 to Seager. 2-0 pitch. In their first strike, 2-1. I've seen some videos on YouTube on some of the baseball stadiums in South Korea. They got some nice stadiums over there. Here's the 2-1.
Ball 3.
Ball 3 outside. Bung Hung Kim. All right. I'm just going to call him Kim. Here's the 3-1. Big swing and a miss by Seager. The count goes to 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It's a walk. A leadoff walk for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th.
Leading off for Los Angeles.
9-7. Thank you, Evil Dead. Evil Dead's on fire today. He's on it. Zach Wheat, the DH, comes up. Outside, count goes to 1-0. Good riddance. They throw to first, not in time. Misty said Kamala Harris is now leaving by helicopter again. They put her in a limo. I say good riddance. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1 to Wheat. One ball, one strike, nobody out, runner on first. A ground ball right to Suttles. They'll turn 2, they get the double play. Mule Suttles starts the double play. Thank you, Evil Dead. Zach Wheat, yeah, he's an old timer, 09 to 27. Two down for the Dodgers, and now the first baseman, Garvey, comes up. Fouls it off down the first base line. Garvey played back in the 70s and 80s. I know that. I used to watch him as a kid. The 0-1 pitch. to third. Radcliffe, or Dandridge, excuse me, makes the play for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Diamondbacks lead at 6-1 here in Game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The catcher, Ted Radcliffe, he had a home run earlier. He'll be facing Ramon Martinez. Here's the pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
Inside, count goes to 1-0. The 1-0 pitch.
Ball 2.
Inside, 2-0. Yep, Garvey 69-87. One of the best first basemen of all time. He's one of my favorite players growing up. 2-0 pitch.
Ball 3.
Outside, 3-0. Diamondbacks up by 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. Trying to get some insurance runs on the Dodgers here in Game 1. .30 pitch.
No, ball 4.
Ball 4 on 4 pitches. A leadoff walk for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 8th.
For the Diamondbacks, the shortstop, number 6.
I know he ran into some problems later in his career, but on the field, he was a great first baseman. Pop Lloyd comes up, the shortstop. You're probably right, Evil Dead. It's a shame. Count goes to 0-1 to Lloyd. You know, it's funny. Some players, you know, they had it all, and then they act the fool. It's popped up. Will Smith, the catcher, goes back and makes the play for out number 1 as Lloyd pops out to the catcher. 1 down for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 8th. And now my favorite player, Cool Papa Bell. How can you not like that name? The center fielder facing Martinez.
Ball 1.
It's a ball. The count goes to 1-0. That's a problem some men have. They're Evil Dead. That's just a matter of maturity. Some people just don't have the maturity. Here's the 1-0.
Nope, that's the ball.
Inside, 2-0.
2-0.
We'll have Game 2 of the Padres-Marlins after this. We'll head out to Miami for that one.
Yeah.
In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1 to Bell with 1 out, runner on first. And now the 2-1 pitch by Martinez. He went around. Strike 2. Count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Bell fouls it off down the third base line. Count remains at 2-2. That's one of the great things about old-timer baseball players. They had some great names. 3-2 pitch. They fouled it off. Count remains at 3-2. You have like Shoeless Joe Jackson, Cool Papa Bell. That's some great names. 3-2 pitch. Bell pops it up down the first base line, out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Yeah, he went to Andrews Air Force Base. That's right outside of Washington to fly home. It's a walk. A 1-out walk, and now the Diamondbacks have runners at first and second.
The left fielder, Cattell.
And Cattell Marte, the left fielder, comes up for Arizona. Just 1 out, runners at first and second. Diamondbacks looking for some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Fouls it off, 0-1. Pitch by Martinez. Right up the gut. That's going to score a run. Oh, it's knocked down by Seager, but everybody's safe. And it does not score a run, as Radcliffe holds up at third. Nice play by Seager to knock that ball down, keeping it out of the outfield, keeping the Diamondbacks from scoring. But now, bases are loaded, and the third baseman, Ray Dandridge, comes up. Just 1 out. Martinez in a jam here. And now the pitch.
Nope.
Down low, ball one. A walk will score a run. Radcliffe, Bell, and Marte, your base runners. They do a good job with production on this game here. Here's the 1-0. The count goes to 1-1. They really keep you up to date on this game. They do a great job with the graphics and stuff. And now the 1-1, it's fouled off. Count goes to 1-2 to Dandridge. Martinez looks in, the 1-2 pitch. Dandridge, a base hit. That's going to score at least 2. And they got him out at third. But that scores 2 runs. A 2-run single for Dandridge. And now the Diamondbacks lead it 8-1. And they tag Marte out at third. 2 down for the Diamondbacks with a runner on first. Juddy Johnson comes up. In there for a strike. Johnson, the second baseman. Diamondbacks now lead it 8-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Diamondbacks are just killing the Dodgers here in game 1. They throw to first. Dandridge back in time. Oh, 1 pitch. He swung at an inside pitch and fouled it off. And the count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 8 complete, the Diamondbacks lead it 8-1 over the Dodgers here in game 1 of the NLDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 9th. Jim Gilliam, the third baseman, filling in for Campanella, who got injured back in the first. Gilliam hit a wicked shot into center field the last time it came up. Fouls it off, 0-1. Well, the Dodgers have their work cut out for them. They need 7 to extend the game, or the Diamondbacks are going to take game 1. The pitch by Kim, a ground ball to second. Making the play, Juddy Johnson, route number 1. 1 down for the Dodgers here in the top of the 9th. We'll head out to Miami next. Padres, Marlins, game 2 of that series. Padres lead it 1-0. Right up the gut, a base hit by Jackie Robinson, the second baseman. So a 1-out single for the Dodgers. That'll keep their hopes alive here at Chase Field in Arizona. Left fielder Cody Bellinger comes up. 1 out, Robinson at first.
That's a ball.
It's low, count goes to 1-0.
No strike.
Yeah, actually it was yesterday. His birthday's the 19th. I texted him yesterday. The count's 1-0 to Bellinger. And that's a shot into left field. And now the Dodgers have runners at first and second with 1 out. Back-to-back singles for Los Angeles. And now Duke Snyder, the center fielder, will come up. Dodgers need 7 runs, though. And that's going to turn 2. Dandridge over to Johnson, over to Suttles, and the Diamondbacks take game 1. 8-1 over the Dodgers. Your final score, the Diamondbacks 8, the Dodgers 1. The Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead in the best of 5. Once again, your final score, Arizona 8, Los Angeles 1. The Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead in the series. Next up, Game 2 of the National League Division Series between the Padres and the Marlins. It's coming up next here at Jammin' Sports.